The one omega-3 that rebuilds your brain, and it's not fish oil. For over 200 years, doctors use another type of omega-3 for conditions like tuberculosis, rickets, which is a disease in children where their bones become very, very soft. They use it for deadly infections and even wound healing. So what was this omega-3 that they used for a very long time? Cod liver oil. If you look in one of these older medical books from 1926, this is the United States Dispensary, 75% of the remedies that were used back in 1926 were natural. And a very popular remedy, and this was before antibiotics, was cod liver oil. Is not just that it has omega-3, and not just that it's loaded with vitamin A and vitamin D, whereas fish oil does not have those two vitamins. So let's go through the 7 unique benefits. Number 1, cod liver oil matches the brain. What do I mean by that? If we dissect the key omega-3 fatty acids in cod liver oil, we have DHA, and then we have EPA. Those ratios in cod liver oil are very close to your brain's omega-3 fatty acids. And fish oil has a completely different ratio. Normal processed fish oil that you would buy at the store is really heavy in EPA and very low in DHA. Yes, it might help you with inflammation, but cod liver oil is much, much better for your brain, for your eye, for your mitochondria, and the immune system. Simply from the viewpoint of this ratio, heavy DHA. What is DHA? DHA is one of the really important structural fats of your brain. A good portion of your brain is made from DHA. It incorporates or fuses into the membranes. They allow the nervous system to work, the brain cells to communicate. They allow the energy factory, the mitochondria, to have this membrane so it can make energy. So the DHA in cod liver oil helps the structural integrity of your brain, the eye, the immune system, as well as the mitochondria. All right, now let's get into number 2. This is pretty wild. Alkyl glycerol. It's something in cod liver oil that is not in fish oil. That is probably why it helped people with TB and get over infections and even wound healing way back in the day. It's naturally present in your bone marrow. It's naturally in breast milk. And I look at it as this X factor for your immune system because it helps to regulate the immune system. It helps to make more antibodies, and so you can fight infections. It also is important in making immune cells. Now, let's move to number 3. I'm talking about seed oils that compete with the key fats in cod liver oil as well as in fish oil. Seed oils are omega-6. Cod liver oil has omega-3. Seed oils tend to be more pro-inflammatory, and cod liver oil and fish oil are more anti-inflammatory. The omega-6 and the omega-3 compete. Now, why is that significant? Well, number 1, an average American consumes between 20 to 25% of all of their calories from seed oils. And so that's a tremendous amount of omega-6 fatty acids that are going in our bodies. So the big question is, where is it going and what is it doing in our bodies? Are we burning it as fuel? No, we're not. It's being incorporated into our membranes of the brain, of the mitochondria, of our retina, of our immune system. And it kind of goes in there and it gets stuck there for a long period of time, sometimes up to 600 days. So I did some more research into this structural fat DHA, as well as what happens when you don't have enough DHA and you have too much seed oil. What happens, at least in animal studies, is that our bodies have a plan B. The plan B is for our body to convert some of these seed oils to another type of fatty acid called aspartic acid. And so then this fatty acid acts like DHA. The problem is it doesn't even come close to all the benefits that DHA gives you. The ability for your neurons to work so you can have memory and cognitive function. And so you can go out and get a test on this fatty acid to see if this is very high. But the problem is there's not a lot of human adult studies on this particular acid. A much better test to determine what's going on deep in your cells is called RBC, red blood cell, linoleic acid percentage. That test will be really great to tell you how many seed oils are kind of locked in your body. And I would also recommend getting an RBC, red blood cell, DHA percentage test, because that's going to tell you if you have the good fat in your cells. You might be able to find a home test that you can actually take a blood spot and then send it in. I'm not sure. But with number 3, we have 2 problems. Number 1, most people don't consume enough omega-3 fatty acids. And number 2, they're consuming too many of the wrong fats, these right here, that then block the absorption of the good fats. Let's go to number 4, cardiolipin. And basically it just helps you make energy. But guess what? Cardiolipin is dependent on DHA. And if you don't have DHA, then this battery leaks, okay? So we have a leaky battery, it can't make energy, you start getting tired, you start having problems with your mitochondria. Now let's roll right into number 5, coenzyme Q10. You probably heard of that before. That's good for the heart, right? Cod liver oil also has another thing called phospholipids, which also help this mitochondrial battery. Number 4 and 5 are necessary building blocks to help you make more energy because they're very key essentials in the mitochondria. And so this is another reason why fish oil can't even come close to what cod liver oil can do. Because one really amazing thing about cod liver oil is that over time it's going to help you get more energy, especially if you stop consuming seed oils so you can start to replace the seed oils, which, by the way, do take a couple years to completely get those out of the system. Number 6, your gut immune system. I'm talking about the gut lining. There are certain things in cod liver oil that can help prevent leaky gut. And one of these is vitamin A. And one really interesting thing about vitamin A is it's great for healing the internal skin of the body, the inside of the stomach, the inside of the intestines. And also vitamin A is really important in your immune system. Now, number 7 is vitamin D. And I haven't touched on this, but it's a really important factor, especially if you look in the past and why they used cod liver oil and sunshine for rickets, which is a condition in children where their bones become very, very soft. So they would give these kids cod liver oil and sunshine. And then they eventually isolated it was vitamin D. Back then, they didn't even know it was vitamin D. Vitamin D is super important in the immune system. It's also important in structural calcium for your bones. But cod liver oil doesn't just have vitamin D. It also has vitamin K2, which, by the way, is really important. Anytime you take vitamin D3, you want to take K2 because it protects you from developing too much calcium in the wrong place, preventing calcium in the joints, in your kidneys, or even in the arteries, right? It kind of keeps it out of there. So this is really interesting that nature provides both of these key nutrients in one package from actual liver that you can eat. And by the way, probably once or twice a week, I will consume cod liver in a can. It's wild caught. You can buy it anywhere. It's actually quite delicious. Some people don't like it, but you have to try it at least once. It comes in these little cans similar to sardines, and you open it up. And I would not drink the juice out of it. Even though it's pure cod liver oil, it's a lot of oil. And you don't want to have it sit in your digestive system and irritate your gallbladder. So if you just eat the cod liver itself, you'll get all of the nutrients that I just talked about and a tremendous amount of omega-3 fatty acids. Personally, I will do that once or twice a week. and I will also take cod liver oil as a supplement. But I think the reason why cod liver oil worked so well back in the day was not just because of the omega-3, not just because the vitamin D, but I think it was all these other things that really take your immune system to the next level. And after you do that, I really want you to watch a fascinating video that will help you understand more on this DHA and EPA topic. And I put that video up right here. Check it out.